Welcome to Ristal Bridge Academy. My name is Kiden Sarah and I'll be taking you through entrepreneurship. So today we are going to look at our lesson called Barter Exchange. So in our previous lesson we talked about introduction to money, and then in another lesson we talked about the barter, the evolution of money. So today we are going to talk about the barter exchange. Let's get started. What if you had no money but you really wanted a pen? What do? That's one question. And then could you offer your extra pencil to get it? Oh, it sounds simple, right? But what if no one wants what you have? Let's find out how people used to trade and why they needed a barter system, which led to the invention of money. So let's look at the definition of barter exchange. We see that barter exchange is a system of trading where goods and services are directly exchanged for other goods and services without using money. So for instance, if you have beans and you want maize, so you take your beans and they give you the maize. So before money was introduced in Uganda, people in rural areas participated barter trade. For example, a farmer in Igulu might exchange a basket of millet with a fisherman from Lake Choga for fish. So let's look at the history of barter exchange. We see that barter exchange, it's the oldest method of trade, whereby it is used before money was invented. So before money was made or before money was introduced, people used to use barter trade. And then we also see that in the early communities, people depended on what they produced and traded it for what they lack. So long time ago, people don't need to use money because what they produce is what they take, and then they give them what they want. So in the ancient Buganda kingdom, we see that people exchange bananas, that is matoke, for salt or iron tools from other regions. So Buganda is known for producing banana. So what they will do, they'll get their banana and then take and get the salt from western. We see that salt is gotten from the western region. So they take their banana to the western region and then get salt, or they get iron tools from other regions. So let's look at the advantages of barter exchange. What was the importance of using this barter exchange? By then we see that there is simplicity. It makes trading very simple because you concentrate more on what you can produce, and then when you know that what you don't have, you can get it from the other person who has it. So there is no need for money. You don't need money, you just need goods for goods. You just need to have maybe beans and then they give you the maize. You just need to have maybe let me say the fish, and then you get the salt. And then we also see that it promotes sharing. So when you give out what you have and then you get what you don't have, that is sharing. So we see that it promotes sharing. What are the disadvantages of barter exchange? We see that lack of double coincidence of wants. For instance, what you have, it means that the other person must also want it. But sometimes you find out that what you have, like for instance, you're having beans, but then the other person is not interested to have the beans. What does it mean? It means that the trade will not take place because the other person is not interested in your beans. And then we also see that there is inefficiency, since people just produce what they people have what they want because they produce what they can because they know that the others, they can get it from the other person. And we also see that it is very difficult to divide goods. You cannot divide goods. For example, if you're having goat, and then you're having goat, you want to exchange for salt. You cannot divide it in the middle and you say take this. It means that you have to have it as whole and give to the other person who needs it. So those are the disadvantages of barter exchange. So thank you. We have come to an end of this lesson. Have a great time.